Hey guys, Dustin here, just starting out on my through hike. This is the approach trail. Got about 8.5 miles to go before you can actually get on the AT. I'll see you up there. Okay, up here at the top of the steps at Appalachian Falls State Park, had to come up about 700 and some odd steps. Yeah, so here we go, moving on. It's absolutely beautiful out here today. I'm a couple miles into the approach trail. I was a little short with my videos the first couple there because there's quite a few people standing around at the state park at Appalachian at the entrance there. It's just a little awkward talking to myself with an audience, but I'm sure that's something I'll get used to. But about 6 miles or more to go to Springer Mountain, and that'll be it for me today, just about. Pacing pretty well on the approach trail so far. I think I'm at about 5 miles out of the 8.5 or 9 from Appalachian up to Springer. Once I get to Springer, which is actually the southern terminus of the AT, got about a mile to go to the road that I'm getting picked up at. I'm actually slack packing today, which means I'm not carrying my full weight. I'm basically a day hiker, which is kind of nice because it's pretty light, so that's good. And then tomorrow morning I'll get dropped off at the basically the 1 mile point of the AT, and then I've only got about 2,189 to go, so killing it. Hey guys, made it to the top of Springer Mountain. I think, like I said, the approach trail is like 8.5, 9 miles. A lot of elevation change. A lot of people skip well, not a lot. Some people do skip the approach trail. You can get on about a mile north of here and then come back to Springer and go. I didn't want to spend the first couple miles of my trail doubling back, so yeah, made pretty good time up here. Feel good. Got about a mile to go to Forest Road 42. Where I will be getting picked up, where I will have proper food and in bed and shelter tonight. One last night of luxury before I jump on this trail for the good. So yeah, awesome. Okay guys, just left the summit there. So these are my first steps on the actual AT. It's kind of the funny thing, if you decide to hike a 2,200 mile trail, you can't just like show up at the beginning. You gotta hike like 3,000–4,000 feet of elevation change over 9 miles to get to the beginning. So that's how that goes. There's kind of a, as I mentioned earlier, a little bit of way around that. But that's kind of like taking the escalator to the gym, ain't it? So, all right, glad to be here, loving it. Hey guys, back on trail today. This is my first day carrying my full pack. Yesterday I just slack packed the approach trail in the first mile of the AT, so starting out now today for the rest. Had a little equipment failure yesterday. I hadn't used my water filter in several months, and apparently I didn't clean it out properly before it was stored. So when I filtered some water on the approach yesterday, it tasted like mold. So I was treated to about 1 liter of moldy tasting water on that trail, but didn't die, so that's good. So kind of a late start today because I had to wait for the outfitter, North Georgia Mountain Outfitters, to open up so I could grab me a new filter. I tried cleaning the old one out with bleach water, ran a bunch through there, a bunch of warm water, just still tasted like crap, so wasn't gonna get the job done. So we got that hiccup out of the way. Other than a little late start on the trail this morning, it's all good. Only gonna hike, I think, about 7.5 miles today to Hawk Mountain Shelter. Next shelter after that, it's like another 6 or 7 miles, and that's if I'd have got on trail at 9:10 this morning, I might have thought about that, but it's nearly noon now, so I don't want to push myself this early on with that kind of mileage. So yeah, it's sunny and beautiful, but it's about 29 degrees up here, and I don't think it's going to get a whole lot warmer than that today. So don't let this sunshine fool you. It is cold. So all right, get at it. Just only a couple miles into my day here, and I just bumped into a fellow hiking in the opposite direction. He's a southbounder, so he started at Maine several months ago. So he's only like 2–3 miles from summiting Katahdin, and it was kind of neat when I congratulated him. I could tell that he was actually just as happy for me, or almost jealous of me, because I'm just starting out and have the whole trail ahead of me, and he's about to be done and wishes he could turn around and walk back, but it doesn't always work out that way. So I just thought that was kind of neat to cross paths with someone so early on that's at the end of their journey, and I'm just starting out, and he wished he was me. So it just goes to show you there's always another side to everything, right? So I'm around, I think, 6.5, maybe 7 miles into my day. Not much further to go. Just going to Hawk Mountain Shelter. It's only 2:45. The next shelter I think is like 5 or 6 miles down trail from it. I think I got the daylight to do that, but I just don't want to push myself this early on. If I had a little earlier start, probably would have ended up there, but it's been gorgeous out today. I wish every day out here could be like this, but I know very well that is not gonna happen. But that's where we're at so far. Stopped by Long Creek Falls a while ago. I was like a few hundred feet off trail. My first off trail excursion so far, but it was gorgeous back there, and I got to try out my new water filter, which seems to have functioned properly. So clean potable water is a good thing, I suppose. Yeah, that's all we got for you. So I thought this was kind of neat. I've never seen this before, but this is actually ice. It's basically looks like ribbon that's been all spliced up, but it must be seeping up out of the ground and freezing before it can trickle. So kind of neat. I'm here back behind Hawk Mountain Shelter, all set up and settled in. Just went and grabbed some water for the rest of the evening. Gotta cook myself some dinner and probably call it a night shortly after that. But it was a great day. Not sure exactly what the plan is tomorrow. Got a couple options. Figure it out over coffee. Sit, Soze, sit. Good boy.